far-left, marginal, radical communists in America have now been brought up to the mainstream under Maobama. Chairman Maobama has taken these marginal left-wing psychopaths and moved them up inside the Maobama administration. And if you disagree with Maobama, the government may be looking out for you.
What I was suggesting, you're absolutely right that John McCain has not talked about my Muslim faith. And you're absolutely right that that has not come my Christian faith. And well, what I'm saying is he hasn't suggested that I'm a Muslim.
Bruce Fine, the lawyer, who is hailed by Ron Paul and others as a great patriot, has been circulating on Capitol Hill, the House and Senate, articles of impeachment proving clear impeachable offenses against Barry Soetoro, a.k.a. Barrack Obama. And a lot of presidents have engaged in impeachable offenses. Nixon stepped down before it was fully carried out. Clinton was impeached in the House, but was dropped in the trial in the Senate. There's no doubt that we need to impeach Barry Soetoro.
I told you that Bush started the process. Actually, he almost destroyed the country while he was in power. Bush spent more in the last 2 years of his administration than the previous 3 administrations. I was opposed to it. I criticized Bush. Bush punished me for it. I know what happened. Then along came Obama, who in the month of October of 2010, the October of 2010, he spent more than all of the year 2008. Obama spent more money in 1 month last year than all of 2008. It's an act of criminality to continue this, and needs to be shut down, in my opinion.
What's next? I'll tell you next. Barack Obama's running for re-election. This guy's out of the campaign trailer ready. He's been on for 2.5 years. He's done nothing but take vacations, go golfing, and fill out NCAA basketball bracket. I guarantee you there won't be one vacation, one golf outing, or one NCAA basketball bracket being filled out in the next 18 months. Why? Because Barack Obama's focused. He's finally focused on something. What is it? It's keeping his job. And of course he is. It's the greatest job in the freaking world. This guy gets paid over $100,000 to do nothing. It's like program freaking steroids. The job market in this country is dried up. It's not coming back. Gas is almost $5 a gallon, moving towards 6. And we're at war with everybody except freaking Canada. And Barack Obama needs to get re-elected? What's that, psychotic? Does he have a freaking mind? If Barack Obama put every amount of energy into running this country as he does in the campaign, we all have summer homes on the freaking moon by now. I mean, the only way Barack Obama gets re-elected is if more than half of this country has James Dean to Rip Van Winkle. It is insulting to the American people. It is insulting to the people of the world. Yet this guy thinks he actually has a freaking chance. I mean, instead of wasting his time running for re-election, Barack Obama should be on a freaking Craigslist looking for vacant apartments. Come 2012, he's gonna need a place to freaking live. I mean, is this guy so delusional? Is he so out of touch that he actually believes he's doing a freaking good job? It's insane. It's freaking insane. What's next? What's next? What's next?
I thought the meetings were frank, they were constructive, and what they did was narrow the issues and clarify the issues that are still outstanding. I remain confident that if we're serious about getting something done,
in your own world, you're confident.
Complete,
screwed up the whole world,
and get it passed and avert a shutdown.
No NATO bombs. The imposter didn't fire any missiles into Syria, did he?
Yes, we did.
Well, you get the drift of what's on the website. It's terrible. It's ugly. It's depressing. It's depressing. It's horrible what's going on. Obama has destroyed the United States and the world.
Yes, we did.
Obama has destroyed the United States and the world, and he's not through yet.
Yes, we did.
Like a child who takes apart watches, beautiful Swiss watches he had nothing to do with creating or making.
Yes, we did.
Takes apart one watch after another.
Yes, we did.
And leaves them apart on the table because he doesn't know how to put them together again.
Yes, we did.
We could say the president is like Humpty Dumpty. Now, many of you are confused out there because you fear that any criticism of Obama is racist. That's because you've been brainwashed and intimidated by the radical left.
Yes, we can.
Fortunately for you, I haven't been brainwashed or intimidated by anybody. And the reason is because I am an immigrant son. And also because I've been oppressed by this society from day one. Only I overcame my oppression by hard work. They say that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Hey, I'll say amen to that. And let me say something else on the Savage Nation right out the door. let's say you're a black person and you hear me criticizing Obama. Your instincts are to say he's criticizing Obama because he's black. Well, I'll ask you a question. How is it that had Colonel Allen West? Colonel Allen West, and I know where Allen West was born. We know where his birth certificate resides. We know that Colonel Allen West served in the U.S. military for 18 years. We know he's a war hero. Colonel Allen West and his wife and children came to dinner in my house. How do you explain that? Did anyone explain that? And all of you knee-jerk liberals who are so quick to call anyone who criticizes Obama a racist, when was the last time you had a black man to dinner? Is that an embarrassing question? Does it make you wince? Does it make you wince and suck air and go, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God? I hope it makes you wince.
This weekend, we're at where's now in the net, and you say is in our is no something here will have zero wheels to your own cigar maybe or not still standing and they movie or like that. Get to know where you need to know where you went. I just walk on the head out with the car know you went. Well, it must serve if they remember who you. Yeah, I was giving some other girl we open here to the mess of them. Now let me walk, see them up to control the word woman. Small on it. Yes, there's all shit in the hell from it. They're little stunning. There are nonsense, there's no wise customer. So nonsense, and there are real things. I would not see it made to guess you say. We're all little things. And you say. We're all said there, and there you say. Yes, at least in there you say. In there it's something. And it was the part, and there you say.
It just shows you what a low IQ equals in Washington.
This weekend.
You got Jesse Hyde Jackson totally angry that Obama paid homage to Al Gutterack Sharpton over the weekend and bypassed him.
This weekend.
You got Eleanor Holmes Norton saying it's the equivalent of bombing civilians. This is what shows you what a low IQ equals in Congress, why we're in such trouble.
This weekend.
And at the same time, the imposter is planning a family vacation in Williamsburg this weekend.
This weekend.
The leader of the free world needs some rest and relaxation from the difficult week that he's had. We're in a crisis mode. We have an imposter in the White House. We don't even know where he was born. His grandmother in Kenya says he was born in Kenya. And I'm supposed to say this is not an issue. Even CNN, as left-wing as they are, CNN says, according to their polls, 1 out of 5 don't think Obama was born in the United States. 1 out of 5, that's according to a fake left-wing CNN poll, which means it's probably 3 out of 5 across the country of people who actually vote. I'm pretty sure he's not a citizen and not qualified to be president. And I'm going to tell you something else about this issue. I salute Donald Trump for having brought it up. I know that they're saying, how dare you become a birther? Good for him, and I'll tell you why. How hard is it for the president to produce a real birth certificate? And here's the real question. A Hawaiian senator asked this. And I asked the question because it made sense to me. Why would anyone spend millions of dollars in legal fees to prevent anyone from getting at their real birth certificate, their real Occidental College records, their real Columbia University records, their real Columbia Law Review essays? Why would anyone spend millions of dollars covering that up? Aren't you people stupid to not even want to know whether or not this man is a citizen? Or whether or not the man actually went to Columbia? Whether he actually passed the course? Don't you want to know this? And you say, well, okay, let's assume the best, and that he is a citizen, was born in Hawaii, was a straight-A student at Columbia and Harvard. Let's say that's true. Well, why wouldn't he want us to see that? I've never heard of a president hiding these records.
This weekend.
I have a whole chapter in Trickle Up Poverty talking about his suspicious friendships at Occidental College. I spent a lot of time researching this. He was a very strange man back at Occidental College, Mr. Obama.
This weekend.
In many ways, a very strange man. And by the way, what was he doing in Pakistan for that interval? What did he do in Pakistan for that interval? What was the President of the United States doing in Pakistan during a certain interval during his college years?
This weekend.
I don't think these are invalid questions. If we had a legitimate intelligence community, we wouldn't even be asking these questions. If we had an independent intelligence community, we wouldn't be asking these questions. And if we lived in a legitimate democracy, we wouldn't have to ask these questions. But neither of those two things I just stated are true. What worries me most is what I said to you prior to the election. Because I'm a straightforward guy, I'm a clear thinker, and I'm basically a practical, down-to-earth guy who asked a simple question. If a man associated with known terrorists like Bill Ayers,
This weekend.
if a man associated with known radicals as Obama did, if a man associated with known communists as Obama did,
This weekend.
he could not even get a job to become an FBI agent. A lowly FBI agent in the most distant field office. He couldn't qualify to be an FBI agent. Does this make me an evil man, a subversive man, or a patriot to ask these questions? I'm asking the questions that all of America is asking. Anybody with an IQ over 90 is asking this question. Anybody with a reasonable brain would want a simple answer to it. And when you say, well, what's this to the birth here? Is he really born here? What does it matter? Well, what matters is if he wasn't born here, he's not qualified to be president, and he would have to resign. And then we'd have Biden. Okay, I mean, that's a second set of problems.
This
He'd
weekend.
have to put down his water gun. He'd have to come in from the cold. He'd have to sit in the desk chair for a day at a time. I don't know if that could happen. But the fact of the matter is, we don't know. And the president can answer this question very simply. He can stop spending millions of dollars blocking the questions and answer it, that's all. Why is it so hard? Base in the hole, New York Post. President Obama's approval ratings among black voters plummeted last month to their lowest levels ever, while his support among Hispanics took a tumble in the same period. So that his base core has crumbled. And where did this imposter go over the weekend? He goes to the gutter rat, Al Sharpton,
This weekend.
was involved in the false accusations
This weekend.
with Tawana Brawley, making up a story that is so racist he should have gone away to jail for 20 years as far as I'm concerned.
This weekend.
He said that the detective donors had smeared fecal matter on Tawana Brawley. Al
This
Sharpton
weekend.
did. There was a revolution that occurred. Shall I say a counter-revolution? The real Americans stood up and were trying to take the government back from the socialists. They threw out 100 socialist congressmen and governors. 100 got thrown out. Obama's agenda got stopped cold in its tracks, by and large. The Democrat Party is in free fall. Let's not pretend there was not a revolution at the ballot box last November. And the new guys, the new gals in Congress are doing exactly what we, the American people, that is, we, the American people who work for a living, we, the American people who pay the taxes so that the grifters can vote in the communists.
This weekend.
We say, shut her down. We say, no more, no more, no more. You've taxed us to death. You've spent us to death. You're not going to do it anymore. Shut her down. The Republicans are doing the will of the people. The Democrats are doing the will of the grifters.
This weekend. This weekend.